INFJs have a reputation of being mystical creatures with psychic-like abilities when it comes to assessing someone's character or making predictions of future events. What is the INFJ's secret to their so-called psychic abilities? Are they truly psychic, or is there something more rational going on? Watch this video in its entirety, because reason number 5 is an actual psychic ability. Let's dive into 5 reasons why INFJs seem psychic. Number 1. Feeling others' emotions. INFJs seem psychic because they tend to strongly feel the emotions of others. Many times, just by being around people, the INFJ's senses start to pick up and absorb the emotional states of their social environment. INFJs can even start to feel someone else's emotions without talking to them. When INFJs utilize this ability consciously, it can be a powerful way to instantly connect to the other. For instance, during a conversation with an acquaintance at a birthday party. The INFJ may curiously verify and acknowledge the emotional state the INFJ is sensing from the other. That person may feel pleasantly surprised and very seen due to the INFJ already knowing how the other feels, without the other person needing to convey their feelings with words. INFJs may be seen as psychics, being able to read minds and inner states because of this potent emotional sensing trait. Number 2. Body language reading. It's been widely documented that 70 to 80% of communication is nonverbal. With their highly sensitive senses and keen observation skills, INFJs are experts at detecting nonverbal cues. Body language is the universal mother tongue everybody speaks. But because of its highly unconscious nature, not everyone is able to read it or express it as astutely. INFJs tend to be keen body language readers, due to decades of practicing reading nonverbal cues of others to enhance harmony within social interactions.
Right.
Subtle facial expressions, a nervous tic, or a closed-off body posture within a certain social context are all very loud informative cues for the INFJ on what most likely is going on within the other person and what the INFJ should do next to enhance, maintain, or restore social harmony. Since most people aren't as aware of how much they communicate themselves through their own body language, they may think the INFJ is psychic in the way the INFJ just knows what to do to make them feel comfortable without any seeming effort. Number 3. Pattern recognition and future prediction. In extension of the highly sensitive senses and keen observation skills of the INFJ lies their strong ability to register and uncover patterns. The INFJ's sharp ability to detect and cluster together correlating behaviors into meaningful patterns based on their frequency, quality, and proximity in time are renowned. Now, when the behavioral patterns of a particular person have been determined, the INFJ can use this evidence-based, tailor-made behavioral theory to predict how this person most likely is going to behave in the future within certain contexts. These predictions may lead the INFJ to warn a friend about their shady new lover, opportunistic boss, or toxic family member. Tragically enough, the INFJ's prophecies are almost always rejected by their social circles until it's actually too late. The INFJ is seen as a psychic because their pattern recognition skill isn't seen by their social environment, which make the INFJ's predictions of the future seem like divinely inspired visions. Number 4. Highly intuitive nature. INFJs seem psychic because their prowess as highly intuitive beings tends to allow them to see deeply into the human psyche and understand human nature. As described before, the INFJ's decades-long accumulation of nonverbal cues, assessments of other people's patterns, and psychological makeup lead to a rich database of stored knowledge about behavioral, psychological, emotional, and energetic patterns of many different people that can be extrapolated to broader humanity as universal truths and wisdom regarding human nature. This trait is also known as introverted intuition, which is resembled by the letter N within the acronym INFJ. INFJs can draw visions, expectations, and predictions from this large body of explicit and implicit wisdom stored in their brain, body, and senses consciously and unconsciously. Whereas for outsiders, the accuracy of the INFJ's strong gut feeling about how a certain event will unfold seems like psychic sorcery. In reality, it actually escapes the non-intuitive among us that the INFJ's intuitive wisdom is actually very much based in decades-long concrete evidence-based experiments iterated thousands of times through small daily life observations of human behavior by which INFJs continuously calibrate and recalibrate their intuition. Number 5. Clairsentience, sensing energy vibrations. Now we are actually going to discuss a real psychic ability that a significant amount of INFJs might possess or can develop: clairsentience, or clear feeling. I haven't found any scientific evidence for this ability. However, the way it is generally described reminds me of my own experience and that of many other INFJs. Dictionary.com describes clairsentience as the ability to perceive emotional or psychic energy that is imperceptible to the 5 standard senses. Some INFJs may have noticed that they can sense someone's inner core energy, the energy by which you can determine if someone is basically a good or bad person, let's say. This energy isn't about emotional energy, but goes deeper than that. So-called good or bad people can have all types of emotional energy, which could distract from their core essence. You could say that the emotional energy waves can surround the core energy of a person, like the winds of a quiet storm or a loud hurricane. However, someone who has developed their clairsentience can feel through the emotional winds of the storm and detect what energy is within the eye of that storm. High vibrational or low vibrational, pure or corrupted, good or bad, authentic or fake. INFJs with a strong clairsentience can almost instantly determine whether a person they've just met is good or bad, authentic or fake, and the INFJ will use this sense to decide whether to engage or stay away. INFJs with clairsentience seem psychic because it is actually a psychic ability. It's a mystery to most how INFJs are so often right about their assessment of someone's character with seemingly so little information. However, to the INFJ, someone's nature is usually quite clear in an instant because energy never lies.